Hi there, good morning, and thank you for tuning in and for watching Atlanta News First Plus. I am First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here talking about rain that is leaving the forecast today, albeit temporarily. We're looking ahead to more gloom the next few days, then as we get into our Thursday, next First Alert, the next day with more widespread. And I think on Thursday, and in that scenario, we're looking at a heavier rain event across North Georgia and in Metro Atlanta. So again, if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, we're coming to you live across a variety of platforms. AtlantaNewsFirst.com this morning, the First Alert app, First Alert weather app. Also, we are streaming live right now on Facebook, Atlanta News First Plus, the account to follow. Also streaming in on YouTube, and I'm going to be monitoring both of those feeds, YouTube and Facebook, for questions that may be coming in about the forecast, and I'll be doing my best to answer any question that comes in. Let's go ahead and take you to First Alert radar right now. We're tracking a couple of showers moving from west to east across the metro, and even where you aren't seeing the green and you aren't noticing any returns on radar doesn't mean it is completely dry. There is still a little bit of drizzle, certainly a lot of cloud cover out there this morning. Nonetheless, the theme is that rain is continuing to gradually shift east across the area this morning. Good morning to you, Bob Dobbin. Good morning, Hazel Fight, watching from Calhoun, Georgia. You may see a peak or two of sun in Calhoun this afternoon, Hazel, but I don't think you're going to see much of it, and if you do, it'll be brief. So just a heads up, it does look like it's going to be a mostly cloudy to cloudy day. A couple of peaks of sunshine possible this afternoon in Calhoun, but hard-pressed to get any substantial sun today. And really now through Friday morning, it looks more cloudy than anything else. Dana Pinkert is watching from a dreary Rome up in Floyd County. Jimmy Robinson, hello to you, and Weiner watching on the northeast side. A good morning to you. Again, a bigger picture here for you, and we'll zoom out even just a little bit further to make sure everyone's community is shown on the map. And you'll notice from LaGrange all the way up into the mountains, we're still tracking some spotty rain with a stalled front kind of just to our south. And you'll notice here the steadiest rain is to the south of the city of Atlanta, Griffin, on down to Meriwether County, Greenville area, LaGrange, Troup, and Heard County seeing some light showers. Steadier rains working their way into Milledgeville, Round Oak, Georgia, Sandersville, and out of the Atlanta News First viewing area. Nonetheless, there is still some wet weather to be had on I-75. Some of these downpours are moving through Forsyth, Georgia, not Forsyth County, but Forsyth, Georgia, between Barnesville and Macon-Warner-Robin. So a wet stretch there along I-75 south of the city of Atlanta. But the theme is that the rain will be shifting east gradually through the day, and I'm going to switch radar modes here and take you a little bit off to the north and west, give you a bigger picture here, and notice we're not seeing much rain redevelop. We'll go ahead and take that front off the map. We're really not seeing much rain redevelop across northwest Georgia. So yes, we could see some sprinkles, certainly noticing a little bit of light rain, everything moving generally from west to east or west-northwest to east-southeast, but the trend is a drier one. Now, temperatures this morning, despite the clouds and the rain, in fact, clouds, rain helping to keep it a little milder overnight. Not that cold. 52 in Atlanta, Marietta 51, Lawrenceville right at 50, Athens, the far east side 51, so upper 40s and lower 50s out there right now, and will continue to warm, albeit gradually, as we get into the afternoon. In fact, hour-by-hour forecast, excuse me, has temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s this afternoon. Here is that hour-by-hour lunchtime numbers. You know, we're going to warm pretty substantially here over the next few hours. I think as we get into the early afternoon, some folks getting close to 60 degrees, but if you're watching from Athens, if you are watching from maybe Gainesville, if you're watching from any of our mountain communities, you will not warm to 60 today. You will be stuck in the low to mid 50s, but from Atlanta Point south and west, upper 50s, lower 60s a possibility. Here's that trend on the maps. And notice that as rain shifts east, we might get a break or two in the clouds. Here we are getting into early afternoon in Clayton, Blairsville, Canton, north of Metro Atlanta. That's where the chance of seeing a few peaks of sunshine will be greatest. And if you do happen to see sun, yes, you could get up to about 60 tomorrow, even or this afternoon rather, on the northeast side. But as we were just talking about, I think the trend will be cooler in general the further north and northeast you go. Hour-by-hour forecast continues here, walking you deeper into your Monday, up to 60 or so in Atlanta. Temperatures, though, by 6 p.m. back in the 50s, rather, and low to mid 50s by 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. And there could be a couple showers around. Not a completely dry evening. Spotty rain showers, some drizzle, lots of clouds, some patchy fog. Certainly all a possibility across the area this evening. Jumping a little further ahead as we get into the midnight hour, more of the same. Temperatures stuck in the lower 50s, lots of clouds, spotty rain. Tuesday morning, that's tomorrow morning, of course, a couple of showers possible up in North Georgia, especially up across the mountains. More so, though, North Alabama and East Tennessee. Here we are in a Tuesday afternoon, 4 p.m. Temperatures again, big range here. Excuse me, must be something in the air today. Temperatures in the upper 40s and lower 50s, Blairsville and Dalton. 54 Canton, 59 in Atlanta, but look at LaGrange, 66. Definitely a bigger range in temperatures across the area tomorrow. Chilliest north and west of metro Atlanta, mildest south and southwest of the city. And as we go through time, here we are Tuesday evening, first few showers trying to redevelop, and I do think that Wednesday has the opportunity to be a little bit wetter. Still, though, hit or miss rain, a scattered rain chance, not forecasting widespread rain back in the forecast until we get into Thursday. Dana Pinkert saying no chance of it clearing to see the comet by Thursday. You know, there's a possibility there, Dana, and we're chatting on Facebook, in case you're wondering who I'm talking to. Dana Pinkert, Atlanta News First on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. Excuse me here today. I've been talking all morning. Must be some mold spores in the air with all this moisture. You could see a peak or two of clear sky, but in general, Dana, it's going to be mostly cloudy to cloudy, solid gloom, and occasional rain showers. And on Thursday itself, looking like a washout. Rain begins in the morning, and it really lasts all day long, at least off and on. And we could be talking about some heavier rain in the forecast Thursday, late afternoon, evening into Thursday night. In fact, here is that 7-day forecast. We'll go ahead and pull it up for you. And do notice that there's a lot of gloom in the forecast. That's kind of the theme of the week. Gloom is on the way. It's already here, in fact, and it's going to stick around through the rest of the week. Mostly cloudy today, maybe a peak or two of sun. Just a 20% chance of an afternoon little shower, light. Slightly greater chance of rain tomorrow, but very hit or miss still. And even Wednesday, rain will be scattered. Not everyone sees it. It's not a washout, and there will be enough dry time to get some of those plans in. So no need for the first alert Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. First alert, though, back in the forecast Thursday. Rain builds in as early as Thursday morning, especially the northwest side. And then as we go deeper into the afternoon and evening, we will see that rain spread southward and become heavier. In fact, could be some downpours, embedded thunder and lightning by the time we get to Thursday evening. The Thursday evening commute is looking pretty rough. And then we're going to pretty quickly dry out here as we get into our Thursday night, Friday morning, though there could be a few rain showers lingering into the Friday morning commute, and then back to more substantial clearing. Saturday, going to have more sunshine in the forecast, though notice how chilly it gets with temperatures back in the 40s for high temperatures with more sunshine. Bob Dobbin, is there more frigid polar weather in a 10 to 20 day forecast in our area? Nothing too crazy. All of that cold that you're probably going to hear some headlines about, probably going to see some social media headlines about the next few days. That remains locked up in the Northeast. It remains locked up in the Midwest and across the southern plains here tucked into the southeastern United States. If anything, milder than average, but there are a couple of opportunities to get tastes of that cold air, but I wouldn't call it frigid. I wouldn't call it polar. It is January and early February. Naturally, is fairly chilly this time of year. And Bob, we may get little bouts of that, little tastes of that, but definitely the brunt of it remains well to our north. But the first little taste, you know, back to that 7-day forecast, Bob, on Atlanta News First, the Facebook page. We're chatting weather here, and he asked, is there more frigid / polar weather in the 10 to 20 day forecast in our area? And there is a little taste Saturday, Sunday, but that's about it. Nothing too substantial. You know, more frost and freeze threats. Maybe a few flurries, sleet pellets in the mountains in particular, but no obvious sign of a winter storm, no obvious sign of extreme cold here across North Georgia. So with that in mind, I want to remind you the full weather forecast is coming up here in just about an hour on Atlanta News First at noon with meteorologist Rodney Harris. The forecast for you streaming on TV. Also, we're on other platforms. Anywhere you're watching this live chat, weather conversation, you can get the First Alert forecast as well, including AtlantaNewsFirst.com, the First Alert weather app, Atlanta News First, the news app. That all starting here in about 1 hour. Go out, enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here at noon. Going to leave you with a live look of Centennial Olympic Park Gloom continues, but rain is moving out as we get into the afternoon. So a little bit drier. Hopefully you can get those plans in, but word to the wise, keep that umbrella in hand. Next first alert Thursday, widespread rain back in the first alert forecast on our Friday eve.